Now, before we travel to other parts of the country, let's talk about the history of Uzbekistan. These lands were occupied by nomads since the early days. Scythians, Sogdians, Khwarezmians, Bactrians were all distant relatives of modern Uzbeks. A huge boost in economic development came from the Great Silk Road that allowed trade and cultural exchange between East and West. The Great Silk Road turned cities like Bukhara and Samarkand into large trade centers. They traded silk, jewelry, spices, and horses. At the beginning of the 8th century, Arabs came here. They brought Islam. They also introduced the Arabic alphabet, which the Uzbeks used up to the Soviet days. At the beginning of the 13th century, Chinggis Khan, a ruthless warrior, showed up with his massive army, destroying everything in his path. Many cities like Bukhara and Samarkand were completely ruined, and most part of their population was either killed or enslaved. It took almost a century for these lands to recover. In the 14th century, Amir Timur came to power. He united the lands of Central Asia under the Timurid Empire. It was a time when science and culture were flourishing and left plenty of great monuments to us. In the early 16th century, separate Uzbek principalities were formed, the Khanates of Khiva, Bukhara, and Kokand. In the 19th century, they tried to resist the Russian expansion into this area, but failed, thus becoming first a part of the Russian Empire, and later the Soviet Union.